What if our public parks were transformed into abundant food systems that also benefit the environment? Well, in Washington State, a new riparian restoration project is doing exactly that.
We are on the banks of the Snohomish River. It is a public park, and we have planted a riparian forest buffer along the banks here. The first 100 feet from the top of the bank of the river is completely native plants, trees, and shrubs. And then we have integrated an extra 50 feet with food-producing plants and shrubs. Hazelnuts, apples, currants, pears, quince, mulberry. So before we did that, this was all grass, and the river was starting to significantly erode the banks. Before colonization, forest gardens were tended in riparian spaces like this. Through the tending of these spaces that indigenous peoples planted together to meet their needs, it actually amplified and increased the biodiversity of the space as well. We've spent the last 150 years to 200 years stripping back a lot of these ecosystems, cutting down forests, armoring rivers, draining wetlands for farming, for infrastructure, for industry. And when we strip these from the landscape, sediment, road pollutants, farming pollutants run straight into our rivers and streams. We have to figure out new approaches.
The Snohomish Buffer Project is an example of how agroforestry can help be a solution. In this case, transforming a degraded river edge into a community park full of abundant food and native habitat.
Once the city acquired this property, they partnered with Snohomish Conservation District to get this riparian buffer established on the banks of the river. Some of the details of the planting, we started a fully native riparian buffer planting. We've got all kinds of species like shore pine, snowberry, big leaf maple, we've got cottonwoods, red osier dogwood, Nootka rose, cedar, and grand fir, so a lot of different native species. Once these guys get bigger and we get a lot more shade, we get more closed canopy in some spots, a lot of these invasive species such as reed canary grass, knotweed, and some of these other things that are present here, they will start to die back because they do not tolerate the shaded conditions as well as they do kind of this full sun. And then at the margins, we've incorporated species like hazelnut, black hawthorn, which is our native hawthorn. It has a lot of medicinal values. Things like currants and aronia berries, apples and quince that people can come pick. A lot of times riparian restoration is done and then there's a fence put up and we keep people out of it. But here, by incorporating some of these food plants on the margins, it is a way for us to invite people into this space to interact with it. Grab a handful of food while you're walking down to the river, or you can bring a little baggie and take some home and make applesauce. Because these plants are perennial, they don't take this sort of annual cultivation and intense management. They do take some labor up front to get them planted and to get them established. But as they're establishing and once they get established, these are relatively low maintenance systems. So it makes great sense for a city who may not have a ton of resources to come in and maintain something like this. There are lots of movements for street trees and urban tree canopy and all of those types of things. Systems like this, they get those benefits of tree canopy, but also get benefits of providing free food with easy access to the public. It can really be a win-win. Snohomish Conservation District has had several rounds of grant funding to do the planting here for the city. The city has brought resources from their Parks Department and has helped to do some maintenance here. They've helped to do some watering when we get into those really hot months while these plants are getting established. There are a lot of opportunities for grant funding, for help with buying trees, for labor. We can come into the landscape and we can create a culture around these spaces where people are integrated in. They know what they've got here, they know why it's important, and they're able to nurture this space but also be nurtured by it.